Okay, greetings everybody, and welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum. Have to excuse me, I'm turning on YouTube and Facebook at the same time as Instagram. So there we go. So welcome to the museum. My name is Michael Matsuda. I'm president and founder of the museum. Thank you so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Let's fix that. There we go. A little bit center there. So thank you so much for coming. Melo, I thank you. And thank you very much for being part of this. So Henny and Henny and Darrow. Christine, thank you for joining us. So anyway, what's new? What's going on? What's happening in the museum? Well, we're going to have a very exciting day today. Today, Christine Rodriguez will be here, and wife of Don Rodriguez. And she's just a wonderful, wonderful competitor back in the 90s. Yes, the 90s. If you remember 19. Gosh, I'm still not used to 20. It's 25 years already. I'm not used to 2025. Anyway, 1990s. This was one of the great champions of all time in forms, weapons, and point fighting as well. So very happy to have her here. It's going to be a great time, and we're going to have a celebrate her life. It's going to be a combination of Honor Day, okay, Honor Day, and also induction into the Martial Arts History Museum's Hall of Fame. Now, the reason why we're doing this way is many people can't make it here twice. You know, they come from different states. Well, they can, but they come from different states. And then when we do the Honor Day, we include, if they're in the Hall of Fame, we include the Hall of Fame acknowledgement. So that's what we do. And we provide them with the Hall of Fame certificate. Let me grab that real quick. I should have brought it right here. So there we go. Okay. Okay, thank you for waiting. I appreciate that very much. Okay, so what we do is we provide them a very nice certificate, a little bit different from the Honor Day, even though it is a combination Honor Day and Hall of Fame. We don't want to give them two certificates. You know, they cost it up as it is. So we give them one certificate, and instead of saying Honor Day, we do the Hall of Fame. So as you can see, the person picture on there, and it says the Hall of Fame at the top, and I think it looks really nice. So anyway, I think that's very impressive. And then also, besides giving them this award, we also give them the museum statue, and that way they can have this. It's a Funakoshi. Is this Funakoshi? Yeah. No, this is Arkwai Wong. I'm sorry. This is Arkwai Wong. And as you can see, it says Christine Banham Rodriguez on there. So I don't know if you could see it, but it looks pretty good. So this is very nice trophy we give, handmade, you know, designed by Richard Wade for the museum. And it looks really nice. Looks just like him, huh? Yeah, we don't look alike, but it looks just like him. So anyway, so we're very happy to honor her with this award. And we think it's special. You know, people can do all these different types of awards, but we think this, you know, it all has to have meaning at the museum. It has to have meaning. So that's what we do. Christine says, will you do the Hall of Fame of people that have passed away too? Yes. When we do honor days, we don't just do people who are living. We have done honor days for people who have passed away. We did an honor day for Tino Tiolo Sega, and his whole family was here. And we do that as well. So we do, if they're in the Hall of Fame, we do a combination Honor Day, Hall of Fame, and give them their award to their family. So yes, we do that. Thank you for asking, Christine. So yes, we do people who have passed away. We have handed out, I think, maybe 100 awards. So there's a lot more awards to do. You know, one thing about the Hall of Fame, let me say real quick. The goal is to make it difficult to get into, because any Hall of Fame should be difficult. You know, I'm not a fan of listing up, but let's just say this. If I was an actor, I'm not a good actor. I'm a terrible actor, so I'm not an actor. But if I won other awards for acting, wonderful. This is my SAG award. This is this award. This is this award. But if I got the Oscar, all I will put, there you go, Oscar Award winner, Michael Matsuda. There you go. And that's the only thing I really list. I'll list the other stuff, but that's the main one I would list, you know. And so same thing with the museum. I think it's important that we have one Hall of Fame that honors the history and the legacy of someone and make it so hard to get into. It's like the Baseball Hall of Fame. The Baseball Hall of Fame, you have your pioneers and people who have, changed history, and they're all in there. I don't believe in having categories because, I just have the Funakoshi Award. That's just one person or two person. And then the rest of the 10 Hall of Famers. And they're inducted into the Hall of Famers for the historical impact they made on America and the world. And those, we don't have categories like best black belt or best instructor or best is. Those are of the year awards. The Hall of Fame should be someone's lifetime achievement. So that's why we go all out, and we don't have to do that and make a special award. We can buy something off the shelf, but I thought it was important that we do something like that, and that way people can remember it, and people can say, I was there. People came to celebrate my life, and I think it was important that we give them extra time. And that's what we do. When we give them extra time, we combine it with the honor awards to say, this is your life. Here's a video of your life. Here's a biography of your life. Here's other people coming up, say nice things about you. It's a nice event that we do here at the museum. I'm very proud to do that. I'm very honored. Every event, even if we got 2 people or we have 300 people, doesn't matter. It's still the same. I still do it with the same passion, and no matter how many people are here. And I think because it's so important to that individual, and I do my best to make them feel comfortable and make them feel honored. And that's what we do. That's why it's called the Honor Award. So Honor Day. So that's what we do. So we're going to be honoring Christine Banner Rodriguez, and we're going to go ahead and honor her with the Hall of Fame trophy, and that's going to be pretty cool today. So that's at 4:00 if you can make it. It is pouring rain here in Southern California. I hate the rain. I do. I can't stand the rain. And it doesn't rain much, but when it rains, it pours, and it is pouring. Oh my God. I changed 4 socks today because I had to. We finally got a home. Yay. After we sold our home, bought the museum, and then now we moved out of that place, and we're able to sell that place and get back into our home. So my wife is very happy. So, but there are places in the new home that water is coming through the roof, but not through the roof, but over the roof into the yard. And we had to make all this stuff. But long story short, I got soaked so many times today and last night. So I have 4 pairs of socks I've changed today. So, but it's pouring rain in Southern California, and we don't know how to drive in the rain. We don't know how to do anything in California in the rain. We never see snow. We never hardly see rain. So when we see rain, we go, oh my God, it's raining. It's Noah's Ark time, It's they go into a frenzy here. They don't know how to drive at all. So anyway. Oh, someone says, Christine says, so Hall of Famers have to do impact on the USA? No, on either the USA or the world. Yeah, either the USA or the world, because that's what Funakoshi did. He didn't do it USA. He did it throughout the whole world. So yes, either USA or the world. So that's why I think it's important to have the Hall of Fame. So anyway, with that said, next week we're having a screening, a fan film tribute to Street Fighter. It's a group of people that made these independent films, and I think it's going to be really special. So we're going to have a great time with that coming up. That's going to be on the 22nd. And then we have nothing on Thanksgiving weekend. We're going to be closed, I would say, Saturday on November 29th and Sunday, November 30th. It says a podcast seminar. Oh, yeah, there it is. Okay. And then we're going to have our Christmas party on December 6th at the Vegas Buffet across the street. And we're just going to go there and buy your tickets while you're there. And that'll be pretty good. And we'll have a good time hanging out together. Nothing special, just a time to hang out together. And then that's it for the rest of the year. We have a special event that we're going to on the 13th. And so we'll be closed at that time. We'll probably be closed that weekend, the 13th weekend of 13th and 14th. And then December 20th is too close to Christmas, too close to Christmas to have anything on the 20th or the 27th. So we're going to be dead, shall we say, all the way till January 3rd. We're going to start booking stuff on January 3rd. Okay, but yeah, we're just gonna people just don't come at that time period. So I encourage people again to make a donation if you can, especially this month and next month, year-end donation because a lot of people don't come. So we need funds to help keep these doors open. We appreciate that very much. I want to say this real quick. When we have events, hey Sean, thank you for watching. Is everybody welcome at the Christmas party? Of course, everybody is welcome at the Christmas party. So I hope you all come to the Christmas party. I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. Nothing fancy. We're just going to gather together, have a lot of fun together, and eat. And it's all you can eat. So you're going to eat yourself galore, eat till it's all over the place. So it's going to be a good time. It'd be good to see you, Sean. So we're going to have a wonderful time at the Christmas party. I was saying, again, I hope you support us in these days. It gets very tight on November and December, and please make a donation and support us that way. And I think that'd be fantastic. Okay, I want to say this real quick. When we have events here, please don't get upset if you are a celebrity, quote unquote, and are asked to pay. And they say, "Oh, I'm a celebrity. I should be in free." Yeah, guys, I'm an icon. I should be in free. I'm a martial arts pioneer. I should be in free. We're never going to keep these doors open if everybody does that. If everybody says, I'm this and I should be, and oh, how dare they charge me to get in? How I heard that. I'm the wife of so and so, I'm the husband of so and so, I'm the partner of so and so, and they're charging me to come in. I say, guys, we're never going to keep the museum moving forward without funds. That's just how it is. If that person was donating a lot of money, that would be different. But these, they don't. They don't. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. So please don't be upset if you come to the door and say they ask for payment and go, you grudgingly take $20, whatever, out of your wallet and give it to us. And guys, this is what we're doing to keep history alive. This museum it doesn't even pay me, guys. So we have to pay for everything in here. The rent, the lighting, the internet, all that stuff, everything we have to pay. And sometimes we don't make it. Sometimes we don't make the monthly rent. Sometimes we don't. We have to draw out of our savings. So please be considerate. If you are an icon and pioneer, give more. Don't just give $12 or $20. Say, hey, I believe in what you're doing. I believe the martial arts is important. Here's $30. Here's $50. Here's $100. Here's a membership. Here's a membership. This way we'll help it out because so people they get really offended if they have to pay. Why aren't I on a list? And we do like tonight we do have a list. Okay, right here we have a list. This list is paid for by Christine Banham Rodriguez. She is paying for these people to come. How generous is that? How generous is that? She's paying for these people to come so that way they don't come in the door. And many of those people are very well off on this list, very well off. They could easily pay. They're very well off. But don't get offended, again, if we ask you to pay. Don't get offended. You come and Dragon Fest. What am I got to pay too? Consider this as a reaching out. Consider this here's my part to help the museum. I'm happy to pay. As Saul Kayualo said, everybody pays, including me. We all pay to have this museum for martial arts history. So please, again, don't get offended if you come today. And even if your name is on the list. And I want to say this, we have people that are on a list and people pay for it, like Christine. Thank you so much, Christine. That's so kind of you. I really applaud you for that. Thank you so much. So people will say, look, my name is on the list. They say, doesn't matter. I'm giving anyway. Americus Abisamis is a member here at the museum. He comes to the door and I said, Americus, you're a museum member. You get in free because you're a member. And he goes, doesn't matter. I'm paying for my entrance fee to help the museum. That's how much it means to people. That's how much it means to people. So when you come in the door, say, here's a gift to help the museum. I'm not going to complain if I'm not on a list. I'm not going to complain if I have to pay. I'm going to do my part to support the museum. Here you go. Here's my $20. Here's another extra $10. This is what we can do for the museum. So please, please keep that in mind. Don't get offended. They still get offended, but please don't get offended, guys. We're a small niche market. Nobody knows who we are. It's just us. It's just us who know who we are. So nobody knows who the rest of us are. They don't, but it's just us. So come on board. Let's work together. Let's do this and support the museum and help out. Okay, become a member, and support this museum. So I appreciate that. I just wanted to throw that out because people do that all the time. Keith Casey, thank you for watching. He says, "Hi, Michael. Blessings to you." Sorry, I got bit by a mosquito right here, so sorry about that. Great man, Keith Casey. Beautiful, beautiful. So anyway, let's see what else. D Andy R1250 joined. Thank you for joining. I appreciate that very much. Thank you very much. Let's see what else is new. Okay, we just finished the Armenian section, so yay! The graphics are done. Everything is on the wall. We are just waiting. It is now open. It's open for people to enjoy. We just have the video. They're working on the video. When the video is done, we'll put the video up and the room will be done. We'll have a ribbon cutting, and that'll be pretty exciting. The Women's Warrior section is just about done. Matter of fact, today, if I have time, which I don't, I'm going to finish up the graphics for Michelle Mono. She'll have to approve it. And then hopefully next week, we can send it to the printer and start putting up the whole thing in about 2 weeks. And we'll have the Women's Warrior section done. And then we're going to put up a new video. So Michelle's going to be working on the new video for that section. So yay, the Women's Warrior is just about done. El Santo's just about ready to put up his mask, going to be putting that up. So we're almost ready to do that. And then we're working on the jacket, the varsity jacket, and all that stuff. So that's going to be pretty good. Christine says, actually, I contacted some kids that are the children of wrestling pioneers who told them to donate them to the museum and give their father, mother uniforms and pictures. They are martial artists themselves. Thank you, Christine. I appreciate it very much. I appreciate your effort very much. It's very rare that people follow through. Very rare. I mean, very rare. I want to say this. One of the guys that was part of a big organization, he says, Michael, we always support the museum, and we're going to do this special thing, and we're hoping the museum will be part of it. But either way, if you're not, we're still going to support you. And I said, that's great. I appreciate it. And they haven't supported us at all. We have the figures. We have the entire figures out here. And I said to that person, well, support us now by becoming a member. That's all you got to do. Become a member. That shows your little support. And they never did. And a month gone by, and they finally did. They became a member. And I said, there you go. Now I look with them, and when I see their name on there, I look with them with a little more respect, When I see their name pop up, I said, there you go. There's my dude. There's my person. There's my girl. There's my martial arts friend right there. They mean it. There's not just words. They mean it. They support us by giving a little bit, becoming a member. That's what impresses me. Kiko Cog I-80. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. Thank you for joining. I want to leave with this real quick. I love Cynthia Rothrock. She's a great friend of mine. Beautiful, beautiful lady. And when we opened the museum, and the same thing with Richard Norton, when we opened the museum, we cut the ribbon. And Cynthia, first in line. She ran up there first in line, which is very cool. And she says, she goes, gets her purse, takes the money out. She didn't say who I am. She said, takes her money out and go, there you go. There's my entrance fee. That's what I admire. That's why I admire Cynthia Rothrock so much. People say, oh, Michael, you honor this person a lot, or you talk about this person a lot. Of course I talk about them a lot. They're always there to support. They're always there to help out. They go beyond, above and beyond stuff. They're there for us, and I appreciate that. And I'm happy to put their pictures a little bit more here and a little bit more on them because they're there to support me and the museum. So Lumberson, thank you for watching. Lumbers Ron. There you go. So I appreciate that. I really do. We have people like Lady Lelaine and David Reed come here all the time, helping me out all the time. Don Wilson was here. He said, Michael, I'm here for you. I'm here. You need me a Q&A? I'm here. You need me to meet the mayor, which I did. Here. I said, Don, I need you to come here and help me out and be our celebrity presence. And he goes, Michael, I'm there. I'm there. Cynthia has done the same thing. Many people have done the same thing. Bill Ryosaki said, Michael, you need a seminar? We're going to do a seminar, 100% go to the museum. Richard Busillo said, Michael, we're going to do a seminar? Fine, 100% goes to the museum. We had so many people do that just Fireboards Jacques says, I'm going to do it, whatever you need. All the money, go to the museum, whatever you need. All goes to the museum. So I am very thankful for that, very much. I am impressed by people doing that and helping the museum. It's something we do. DJ Matthew, thank you for watching. Something we do to support things we believe in. Every year, I've been going for the past 3 years now to the Burbank Rose Parade. For the Rose Parade, I go to city of Burbank, which I still live in. And I go there, and my wife and I volunteer to put the flowers on the float and start making stuff for the float for the Rose Parade. And the last year, Lady Lelaine and David Reed and their family, the kids, all joined us. So it was 6 of us there. And we were there putting the flowers in, freezing cold, putting the flowers in, put it in the float, gluing the stuff. We're doing all this stuff. And I said, look at that. That's us. We never asked for anything. We never ask for pay. We never ask for anything. We just give of our heart. We volunteer. We're not getting paid for it. Go there late at night, and there we are putting stuff up because it's something we believe in, giving back. So I close with this. Let's just give back to the museum. What can I do to give back to the museum? Become a member. That's one way to do it. We can say, oh, I'm so glad to receive this award. I'm so happy. But besides receiving the award, become a member. Help us out. Give a little bit. Says, don't just be the recipient of the award and be thankful for the award. Give a little bit back and help us out. Make sure this museum stays here for a long time. So, let's make sure history is not going to be lost. So that's it. That's all the words. That's all I got. I'm not going to say any quote from the book because I think I've said it all. I want to say thank you for someone turning me on to Canva and Affinity. I want to say thank you so much. I used to have the Adobe InDesign. Now they charge every month, which I think is against the law. They hold you for ransom. That's what they're doing. So I don't know. So I said, I'm not going to do Adobe products anymore. Just Photoshop. That's it. Because I love Photoshop. And so I found Affinity through somebody. One of the people here recommended Canva and Affinity, and I downloaded it, and I said, great, now I can work on my book. So I appreciate people giving me wonderful advice. I really think that quite a bit. So very cool. Okay, that's it. Everybody have a blast. Have a great weekend. Don't get wet. We're going to get wet in California. I know, pouring. But have a great time. And now would be a great time to go to Disneyland. I've been to Disneyland when it was pouring rain. Yes, it was terrible. And people still were there. It was still packed. So anyway, okay, you take care, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I hope to see you today through the rain. Come to celebrate Christine Bannon Rodriguez. Thank you so much. And I appreciate that. Very kind of you. Okay, bye, everybody. Okay, I'm ending YouTube. Okay.